On the One with G.
This episode has been sponsored by Zoe, your flower fairy. For wonderful assorted flowers, unique edibles, and rare crystals, be sure to tap in.
So this is called 4 J's Before NA. It's about the time that I got ridiculously stoned before an NA meeting. Now, honestly, I can't remember which of my friends was here for this particular session. I'm sure it was at least 2 of them. It might have been a third person. I can't remember. Now, the thing was, I'm on probation at the time, and I'm pretty young. I'm not even sure if I was 18 yet. I might have been 18, I might have been 17. I don't remember. If I wasn't of age, I was close to it. But I'm on probation. I'm on piss tests. I mean, on the regular, like every week. I might have made it past twice a week and moved up to every week. I doubt I even got to like every 2 weeks or every month or anything like that. I'm constantly giving up a damn dirty sample to these people. Non-stop. I mean, consistently. And they can look at your levels. They can tell whether you are actually abstaining and your levels are getting lower until they just don't show anymore. Mine would fluctuate. Increase, decrease, get worse, whatever. Now I can tell that my chances for leniency are coming to an end. It's time for me to really either get it together or I'm gone back to jail on a violation, which is most definitely what I don't want. Like, no one wants to fucking be locked up. The shit's not fun. Ain't nothing cool about that shit. The advice I was given was to not only start to comply with the stipulations or the suggestions or whatever, but to go the extra mile. Make it look like, I'm really on my sobriety, I guess, maybe. On my straight and narrow shit, I'm not sure what the fuck is considered. But basically, I need to step it up. In all honesty, I didn't give a fuck. I was truly debating whether or not I even want to comply with these stipulations being forced upon me. Like, I don't know, that's a whole nother subject, but when it come down to my weed use, my cannabis use at the time, that shit was like self-medication. So I didn't see the need to want to restrain me from partaking in a natural herb that significantly decreases the likelihood of me being an unruly member of society. So alright, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to start doing whatever. I'm going to see what meetings, what NA meetings is in the area. So I locate a meeting not far from my neighborhood, a couple neighborhoods away. So I basically planned my whole evening to make it to this place. And I'm anticipating on going too early in my day. And so I stopped smoking way early in the day than I should have. I should have timed it better to maintain a nice little after buzz to come down after the peak so I could go up there. I should have I don't know. This is me looking from what I know now. At the time, I was not a good judge of how high I'm going to get for how high I smoke. And I definitely was not a good judge of when and where to smoke. Because honestly, I would relentlessly fire up any and everywhere at this point in my life. So I realized to myself that if I'm going to make it to this meeting, I'm going to need some more tree. I'm going to need to get myself in a mind state to where I want to think positive. I want to do something constructive, I guess. So when I decided I needed to get high, we go on a mission for the bud. So we breeze through the neighborhood looking to see who outside, who got some, try to holler at somebody in the neighborhood, try to holler at somebody in the next neighborhood up. End up having a page, had to beep somebody, wait for them to swing through, which wasn't a bad option. He wasn't the most convenient option, but when he came through, you were sure to get some good green. It was always a nice size pack. All right, so we call up, tell him to swing through with a sack, get the tree, got a couple of my homeboys with me. I don't remember which ones. I think it was so maybe somebody, I don't remember. It wasn't just me. It was the 2 or 3 of us. Anyway, by the time I grabbed this tree and I begin to walk in the direction of the neighborhood we get there fast as shit, basically. Like 10-minute walk. But I'm like an hour early. I'm so anxious on not missing this shit that I'm stupid early. Sun's just starting to set. It's my favorite time of day. So what else we gonna do? Of course, we're gonna fire one up. All right, bet. Let's roll out. We got a fresh pack of shit. I don't know. I don't think I was still smoking Phillies at that point. Might have been Dutch Masters. Might have still been Phillies. Might even been White Owls. Who the fuck knows? I'm positive it wasn't no Optimos. It wasn't Backwood. It was some regular ass blunt. It was one of them blunts from back in the day. Anyway, So we rolled a J, and instead of rolling the usual size, we kind of made a little skinny J. So we hit it, and we catch a little buzz. I'm looking like, damn, man, I still got like 45 fucking minutes left. Maybe 40, 45 minutes. I'm like, man, that ain't even getting me where I like to get for real. I'm like, man, we should have rolled a fat J instead of rolled a skinny J. Everybody looking at me like,
shit, that's what we said. We was listening to you.
All right, cool. Rolling up one then. We got time. As long as I finish before 5-10 minutes before the meeting starts, shit, we good. Then we go headed to the next part of the next phase of the mission. Go up the street, hit the gas station. All of this shit is in walking distance though. Like it ain't necessary to jump in the car unless you have to. We go to the gas station, pick up some roll-ups, get some blunts. Okay, now resume back to where we was at. We finished smoking the second J, and I'm like, hold up. It's still like a fucking half hour left. What is I'm stuck in some kind of time warp? What is this shit? If I don't do something to occupy my mind and my time, man, I'm ready to abort this whole fucking mission. I don't want to just sit around in this neighborhood that I don't belong in, waiting to go up in this church for a meeting I don't want to go to, something I don't want to be a part of. Somebody came up with the idea,
man, let's finish the rest of this reefer.
I'm thinking to myself, you know what, that's a great fucking idea. At this point, we averaging 15 minutes a J. We down about 25 minutes.
Shit, we could roll 2 J's, pass them around at the same time. You'll be finished in just enough time to walk through them doors.
Come on, do it. Now, my homeboy gonna come with me, though. Somebody rolled out. Somebody stayed. I think it was that stayed. Was a soldier for this, man. He came on in there with me to this fucking NA meeting, this damn 12-step program. And this is when shit gets crazy. We finished these last J's, so we just hit 4 J's in like an hour. I'm completely twisted. This one of them shit, man, look, one nice sized blunt would have had all 3 or 4, however many it was, would have had all of us situated. We would have been A-OK for hours. We could have went, played some fucking PlayStation, hit the basketball court, done whatever, and would have been a smooth groove. Now we done smoked ourselves stupid. One of my homeboys, or 2, whoever else was there, they was like,
man, I'm too high for this. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going back to the neighborhood. Y'all take it easy. See y'all later.
The world don't even look the same. I'm talking about, this shit look like a fucking bubble lens on the damn TV. When they start showing you people all high and shit, what it look like to them. I real life had the fisheye lens. Colors of the night sky looking crazy because the sunset didn't happen. All the pretty colors happened while we were chiefing. Now it's that early nighttime, that dark blue that gets a little bit dark as the time go on. The fucking street lights are glowing, all orange and shit. Magical times. So we go to walk the final block or so, block and a half, 2 blocks, however much, to the building that they having the meeting. I'm not sure if my homeboy ever had been around a AA or NA meeting before. I was already familiar with the protocol, the 12-step program, but for anyone that's not used to this shit, it could be an interesting, uncomfortable, strange, odd, different type of fucking situation. That's when you sober. This shit is definitely some shit that'll trip you out when you high. And then we are young at this time, man. I'm telling you, we talking about, this ain't the high I get as an adult. I get stress relief, pain relief, and mental ease as an adult. As a youngin', as a youth, we got the fucking giggles. That's what we went. We smoked ourselves dumb. We went stupid when we get anything beyond a J or 2. So we completely fucking blitzed. Walking in here, I can barely fucking keep a straight face. Oh my goodness, and the way my eyes would get red back then, and then especially you don't even consider how much that shit sticks to your clothes and your hair and everything else. So we're obviously smelling like we've just been in a fucking campfire full of reefer. We're not even aware of this shit. We think we low-key from smoking, sharing a cigarette before we walk in. Still don't help it. It just boosts you even more. So now we completely fucking fried. We walk in this place, they're excited as shit. Like,
oh, we got some young blood in here now. That's what's up. We spreading this damn message of sobriety. We spreading this message. Even the youth is coming and no one in this motherfucker invited them.
So they feeling happy, proud as shit. Like, oh, hell yeah, that's what's happening.
Clean and serene in this bitch. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.
For those of y'all that don't know, that's the type of shit you might hear in some of these meetings. All I remember is that by the time they finished making it through the readings, see, they opened the group with a series of readings of just stuff, man, that really means something to the people in the group. I'm not going to go into detail about it. I'm going to save that for another episode. I'll save my criticisms of different drug programs and shit later. But let's just say I'm getting higher and higher. My fucking world is just spinning. I'm in my mind. I'm kind of halfway daydreaming, thinking of all kinds of funny ass shit. I'm having an inner monologue going on in my mind as this meeting is taking place. And I'm like thinking all the crazy shit everyone and everything that's going on and the shit they're talking about. Some of these people not even making any fucking sense at all. I don't know if it was because I was high or what, but some of that shit sounded crazy.
Some bullshit.
And I don't know, I think one motherfucker tried to just impress us with his war stories. I wasn't even interested in hearing that shit.
I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him. But that's an addiction, man.
At some point, I zoned out. I'm just thinking about all the wonderful, cool shit I'm gonna do when I leave. Motherfuckers are sounding like the teacher from Charlie Brown. While they sharing the intimate details of their struggle for sobriety, I'm in my mind fucking thinking about jet skis, acres full of weed, swimming with dolphins. Who the fuck knows? Me and my homeboy keep catching ourselves. We keep like kind of being each other's anchor of reminder that we gotta act normal and we need to get something out of this shit. Get something beneficial while we here other than this fucking coffee that we're loading up full of sugar and cream. Let me tell you, one thing about them damn meetings, you gonna get your coffee on. And if you smoke cigarettes, my goodness, man, leave the pack at home. Just bring a few with you, because you're gonna chain smoke them damn cigarettes and fuck that coffee up. So we're trying to keep it together. And this fucking guy, of all the people that decided to share with the group, this guy, I think he was high too. I think we're not the only ones that didn't show up sober to this meeting. Because this mofo, I mean, he... None of the shit he's saying makes sense, but he's so passionate and intense about it that he's got everyone's attention. Everyone's fucking watching and listening. And we kind of waiting for this shit to make sense. And I think we're all giving him a pass because we're all trying to figure out was he challenged or something? Was he off in some way? We're trying to figure it out. And I think a few of us are wondering, is he special? Is he high? Is he having a mini stroke? Is this a seizure? What the fuck is going on with this guy? Words are being used. I'm not sure if they're sentences. A sentence is a complete thought. I don't know what the fuck this guy was saying. It was kind of coherent. It was somewhat making sense. And then it's the illest part. He's got us all on the edge of our seat. I don't know what type, can't remember what the fuck he was saying, but it was this awesome ass build up that he's finally getting to the point of the story. And I swear, this motherfucker straight up, abruptly, with no warning, just fucking stepped off. This motherfucker just left. We all looking to see, is this a part of his story? Is this... What the fuck just happened? And we waiting, we really looking around at each other. What the fuck is happening here? And then the dude emerges, he fucking reappears from the doorway. We waiting for it to connect, for him to come back and make this shit make sense. And no, he didn't. He went to the coffee thing and re-upped on his... He fucking re-upped on the coffee. We still all waiting in silence. This dude fucking takes his seat and sits there, and he's just grinning like a motherfucker. He's staring at all of us one at a time, stare at him. And we all like, we like holding our breath damn near. Somebody finally said,
"So, is that it? Was there more? Are you finished sharing?" This
motherfucker like,
"Oh yeah, I'm done." I was wondering what everybody looking at me for.
At this point, we fucking lose it. Me and my homeboy cannot contain our laughter any longer. I'm over here, torso hurt, convulsions and shit, can barely breathe properly. Do you know what it's like when you have to laugh at a moment where you can't laugh? You know how hard it is to hold a laugh on the inside? Now, you've already experienced this shit before. It's compounded when you also have someone that's cool with you present that's also holding back the laugh. At this point, just the slightest smirk on the side of your on the corner of your mouth can cause you to break out and erupt into laughter. And we sitting there trying not to fucking look at each other every time we fucking taking damn deep breaths, trying not to fucking breathe crazy to bust out and laugh. We can see this shit. Each little action, every fucking micro damn movement is bringing us closer and closer to laughter to the point we can't take it anymore. We lose our shit. Nothing got said for the rest of that meeting that we didn't fucking giggle at. It was the most embarrassing shit. I don't know if y'all have ever been so fucking stoned that you can't control your laughing. You just keep laughing at shit and you can't help it. It was like we had that damn disease that the Joker had. Like, I'm uncomfortable, so I bust out in maniac laughter. Let me tell you, man. Some of the people understood that we couldn't restrain ourselves. That shit we laughed at. They understood. It was fucking hilarious. It was comical shit. But we also not supposed to be laughing at these people's real life, real fucking struggles. It was fucked up. It was crazy. It was highly embarrassing. Some of the funniest shit I've experienced, but also an extremely embarrassing moment. It's always embarrassing when you lose control of yourself. And to just keep fucking laughing, that shit was crazy. Finally, I'm not going to say that the buzz wore off because it certainly didn't, but it started to just taper down just enough towards the end of the meeting that we can pull our shit back together. We couldn't pretend not to be high. It was super obvious we were high, but at least we was able to speak to people briefly one-on-one, shake hands and shit, and let everybody know that we didn't mean anything disrespectful. We didn't mean to laugh at everybody. We just couldn't help ourselves. I blamed it on, it's a brand new experience for me. I'm not used to it, and I'm young and dumb. Fuck it. I'll let that be the excuse than to just admit that I'm way higher than all of you and your lives are kind of fucked up and I think it's a joke. I mean, hey, at the time, I wasn't taking my own life serious. Didn't give a shit about the stipulations of my probation or nothing. Didn't give a damn that weed was actively illegal and pursued at the time. That's where I was at with it. Shout out to my homeboy. Held it down, man. He stayed at that tripping ass meeting with me. We lost our fucking man. We walked back home and sat out front, tripped out off that shit, man. We probably sat out there for a long ass time, for hours that night, just tripping off that shit. Probably had a little bit more trip. I think we ended up getting one more sack, just enough to burn, analyze, and to recap that crazy shit, because that was a weird ass experience, I'm sure, for both of us. So that's my story. That's 4 J's before NA. Hope y'all had a good time. Hope y'all enjoyed my story. See you in the next one.